Right now we have almost 1,000 volunteers for the campaign, and we do have a dialogue with our campaign volunteers on a number of issues, and we're going to start that dialogue actually today on our internal campaign communications, our Facebook page and so forth. We're going to be asking our own volunteers, is this something that you want to put your effort behind between now and the end of the year? And we'll see what the reaction is. So I wouldn't say that we're going to be in the driver's seat about everything that would happen with the ballot initiative, because again, that would have to be a coalition. But we would certainly be willing to be a part of it, or at least I'm willing to be a part of it. We'll see the way that the folks that have volunteered for the campaign will respond to it. What I can tell you, Joe, so far is what we've been hearing from folks is, okay, we're certainly ready to campaign in 2014, but is there something that we can do now? The thing about Senate Bill 5 that I thought was just a beautiful representation about the way the democratic process should work is that you had a legislature and a governor that overreached and did something extreme, and you had immediate consequences to that, where people could channel their disagreement into something practical that was politically practical. And that's what you don't have here. People feel like at the 11th, and rightfully so, that at the 11th hour, something was put into the law that took away their rights, particularly women's rights, and they never even got to have a say over it. They never even got to have a debate over it. And we'll see what the response is, but I think the response is going to be pretty positive.
We've heard the governor say that legal efforts, for example, against JobsOhio, or, sort of the left just being sore losers on the fact that they're not in control of this process. And I'm sure we'll hear that when we ask him about this today. What's your response to the idea that these were the elected majorities that passed this?
Well, I would say a couple things. Number one is the whole JobsOhio scheme has resulted in litigation that is being brought by progressive groups and conservative groups. Wanting to have transparency in government and openness in government is not an ideological issue. That isn't a liberal issue or a conservative issue. It's just a good government issue. Taxpayer money is the taxpayer's business. And most conservatives I know believe in that principle. And by the way, I've run economic development programs as a mayor and as a county official. And you can talk to the folks that we've worked with on economic development projects. I see no value in this secretive system. And I would also say to you that during my time in law enforcement as an FBI agent, when you saw corruption happen at a city level or a state level, I think that happens when you have a closed process. So to me, again, JobsOhio is a dubious legality, but as public policy, it's a terrible idea. The last thing I would say is, in terms of saying, well, we won the election, I don't remember Governor Kasich campaigning on that issue in 2010. He only won by about 77,000 votes. And if he had campaigned on issues like raising everybody's sales taxes and raising property taxes and forcing rape crisis centers or preventing them from giving full information to the victims that seek their assistance, or making government more secretive, I don't think he would have won that election.
Ed, you